I came here 5 years ago to Taylor. I've had my business career, and now I'm here in Taylor University to help share that with those that are coming up into their business career.
Over the last 5 years, we've been able to take research and scholarship and increase that manyfold. But I think what's been really neat about that is we've been able to take that research and scholarship to the next level.
When Don and I came on board, Don brought with him this vision that says that when you're doing whatever you're doing, if you feel God's passion in it, then it's probably the right thing for you to be doing.
One of my favorite movies, Chariots of Fire, the Scottish runner Eric Liddell is training very hard for the Olympics and is challenged that he might have lost sight of his call to the mission field. And I love his answer because the answer says, no, you have to know that when I run, I feel God's pleasure. So for our students here and our faculty, we're trying to look and say, what is it that you do that you're looking to say, when I do that, I really feel God's pleasure?
I'm affiliated with CR&I in a number of ways. I'm currently serving as the president of the Taylor Entrepreneurship Club. For the last 5 years now, the Taylor Entrepreneurship Club has helped to put on business concept competition.
One thing that the CR&I has done is that it expanded the opportunities for students to actually exercise their classroom knowledge with the real world. Specifically, there's been a number of research opportunities that have been brought forth by the center that have really been able to expand the space science learning activities, the green revolution that's going on. In particular, the students had a huge contribution with regard to the Science Learning Center.
The heliostat, it's going to be implemented in the new science building. And what it is it's just a device that takes the sun's rays and it reflects them down into a shaft. It'll illuminate the hallways that way. I created the prototype for it. The senior project, the electric motorcycle, I was in charge of the thermal management. We were using lithium-ion cells. We're testing batteries, the lithium-ion cells, just to see how they behave thermally. It's hooked up to a data logger that's tracking in real time. And as you attach a load to it, as you attach the motor to it, the batteries will heat up. I helped with the enclosure for the batteries to make sure enough heat was able to be released into the environment so the batteries wouldn't overheat.
We've had projects not only in the sciences but in the social sciences, the area of assessment. We've had Dr. Steve Snyder in our psychology department actually be able to do assessment of student learning with our high altitude balloon program.
I try to get students and professors involved in doing research so that they would become better critical thinkers and they would be able to have better learning communities.
We're constantly reaching out to the local community and actually worldwide type activities, trying to find paid consulting engagements for our students to work on. There are a couple of seniors right now performing a feasibility study for Ichthus Ministries, and for those that know Ichthus, they essentially position themselves as the granddaddy of the Christian rock festivals. They're over 40 years old. They have a new CEO on board, and he hired Taylor, more specifically these two students, to investigate youth leadership programs.
Research is only one aspect of innovation. Commercialization turns that idea into something useful. Troy Tomasic, a double major in chemistry and business, actually leveraged the CR&I New Business Incubator Services to start and raise over $50,000 in funding to support his carbon nanotube manufacturing business he named Tirgan Technologies.
One of the projects that we have here at Taylor University that actually is very exciting is students to be able to work on satellites. Our junior engineering class designed a picosatellite as small as a coffee cup, enabling us to launch a satellite into a very low orbit at the interface of our outer space and our Earth's atmosphere, and to gather data in this very unexplored region. We also plan to use our electron accelerator to test the effects of radiation on our picosatellite before launching.
The electronic chaos system was developed about 5 or 6 years ago by a Taylor student and myself. My students would build electronic circuits that exhibited chaotic behavior, and we realized after a while that this was something maybe we could sell to other universities. The CR&I helped us manufacture them. They gave us the money to manufacture 50 of them, and then we sold these devices to other universities.
The CR&I has been igniting the spirit of innovation here, and I've seen it for the past 3 years.
But the CR&I has been able to bridge that gap and help students actually see their potential with regard to trying to understand how they might leverage their passion.
It's just been really exciting to see all these students in all these different disciplines doing research on their own in their own disciplines and then communicating that to their peers.
I can see the passion that they have for what they're doing in the CR&I, and that has definitely rubbed off on me. I mean, coming in as a freshman, I didn't even know how or what entrepreneurship was, and through being involved with the CR&I over the last 4 years, I'm certainly passionate about entrepreneurship. I love research. I love innovation.
When we have students doing research or engaging in business or coming up with new ministry opportunities, we want them to be able to say that, when I'm doing this activity, I feel God's passion. I'm passionate because I'm doing God's work.
God has called us to be able to do great things. But we really can't do that if we're thinking within ourselves what we can do. We need to go beyond that, and that's where the spirit of innovation and igniting innovation comes in.
Students are doing these hands-on projects that would make them more marketable for when they leave Taylor. And to my knowledge, there's not a lot of programs, undergraduate programs, that equip students in a way that the CR&I has done.
I think the realities of our global world is that our students need to graduate in a more competitive fashion, competitive stance. The Center for Research and Innovation is a platform to help Taylor students become much more competitive. No longer are people looking at resumes when students come out of universities and they're saying, oh, what was your GPA? And being impressed by that. There's thousands and thousands of students from around the world that are graduating with good GPAs. Really what they want to see are students that have been able to make a difference somewhere.
God wants to use them in tremendous ways to advance His kingdom through their profession.
We want to get them started, we want to get them excited, we want to ignite their passion for whatever they're doing and to make a difference.